Good morning, I'm Noah Hill, and thank you for coming to hang out for another vlog. Today, we're running some errands, and I just got this in the mail. So, figured we'll do like a little unboxing. It's from, cover up my address there, from Drift. I am a huge fan of these guys. They're not paying me to say anything, but essentially what they are is a car air freshener, which is really cool because it just sits right here on my little visor, and you just swap out these little wooden pieces and whatnot. So this one I got was the scent of the month last month, and it was like, what was it? I forget what it was, but it was very summer-esque. So I'm excited to see what this month's scent of the month is, because as you guys know, I'm a fan of good smells and all that. This one is called Camp. Inspired by that time of year when you call to explore can't be ignored, Camp asks you to pour one out to crisp mountain air, cozy tent side chats, and star-filled night skies. Scent notes dark rum, plum, bergamot, and clove. Ooh, and it's got like a little cute little thing right there. And anyhow, ooh, this looks incredible. See, it's handy. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of good scents and whatnot, and again, these guys aren't sponsoring me whatsoever. I just thought I'd talk about it because I like good smells and like having a nice smelling car. Ooh, that smells like fall itself. Like if you were to bottle up camping in the mountains, all the good things, this would be it. This one gets tossed. But yeah, so today we're meeting with a client, picking up some coffee, and it's gonna be a good day. I shot a video for Camp Leather Goods. It's out now. I'm so excited. That's the project I've been telling you guys. It's been in the works forever. So I will link that up here and down below. You guys have to check it out. Caleb is such a sweet guy. We're gonna go meet up with him, talk, hang out, and bring in some coffee, but just give his thought process behind the scenes on that and my thought process on the behind the scenes for that. So I'm so stoked to finally announce that. I think the video turned out so great. I shot and edited the whole thing on this guy right here, my EOS R, with two lenses, my 35 and my 85, and I think it turned out a banger. So please check it out. Caleb is a very close friend of mine and a hard worker. I mean, dude works his ass off in everything he does, in the products he makes, and just everything. So feel free to love and support on him, and let's get on with our day. Let's go grab some coffee. All right, coffee is secured. We are off to Camp Leather Goods, the old workshop. Not much. Coffee, my guy.
Righteous, thank you.
How's it going?
A lot better now.
Yeah. You guys know Caleb is one of the first clients that ever actually took me seriously as a photographer, so I'm super stoked to be hanging out with him and talk about this sick ad that we can give you guys a little more insight to it and whatnot, because it's up on his channel right now. So we're sitting here in Caleb's workshop, aka Camp Leather Goods. So I just wanted to hop on here and talk about behind the scenes for this very fun project that we shot out in the mountains and here in his shop, and just kind of let him tell a little more of his story and give you guys more insight onto our thought process, his thought process, my thought process on this whole video. So I'll let you take it away with whatever thoughts you got.
Yeah, so I remember when we first started working together, I knew that I only had Noah for one day, and I think we're gonna do most of the shooting in the workshop, but I thought, man, it would be so cool if we could head out to this place, Snow Lake. I was kind of hesitant on asking him because I didn't want to demand too much, but luckily he said, yes, let's go for it. I think it would add to the video, so we got up bright and early and made the drive out to Snow Lake here in Washington. It's out at the Alpental Ski Resort is where the trailhead starts. And that area specifically was really important to me. I've probably been there, 20 times since then, and I absolutely love the area. And it's special to me because about 9 or 10 years ago, I was at kind of a rough point in my life where I wasn't too happy, kind of wondering, what am I doing with my life? Am I happy? I think we all kind of hit a certain point, some of us sooner than later, but
actual midlife crisis.
Absolutely. At 27, 28 years old, I was like, I am not happy. I'm not doing it right. I was drinking a ton every day and just the same old thing, same repetition. And I was in a rut and I had to get out of it. And I knew that I had to take myself out of my everyday normal activities to kind of find myself.
For sure.
And so I don't know. I think I'd been to the hike one time before and thought it'd be cool to go spend some time out there. So I packed up, I planned and packed up a backpack for about 5 days worth of clothes, food. Everything was just at hot water. So I had some jerky, some granola bars. But all I had to do was find clean water, boil it up, and I could have my mashed potatoes and my pasta. And anyway, I went out there, no alcohol, no cigarettes. I wanted to be completely just
sober.
Yeah, sober. And one with my thoughts. I wanted to hear everything and feel everything and take in that area.
It's not easy to do.
Yeah, so every day I kind of found a new spot to camp out there, and I kept going further and further and wondering what's around that bend, what's around that bend. And I'd wake up, have my breakfast, pack up, and just go explore. And I remember kind of just talking to myself, and I was singing to myself, and it was just, I was completely alone out there. And it was very necessary to hear my thoughts and just kind of sort them out with no distractions out there. And
kind of rediscovering yourself.
Absolutely. To talk to the squirrels and the eagles and the owls, and hear everything. And when I finished that trip, 5 nights, I wasn't ready to come back home. I fell in love with it. I wanted to stay longer, but my ride was coming to pick me up, and I needed a shower, a proper one anyway. And I definitely found what I was looking for. I came home and I said, okay, and all it was lighting a fire under my own ass. I had to go out and do it myself. Nothing was going to fall on my lap, and I just had to have that peaceful, quiet time to get out there and make a plan and do it. And 2 weeks after that trip, I was fully enrolled in a trade program, and that's when I started sailing around the world. I got enrolled at Seattle Central College and did a year program to become a merchant mariner, and that's when I kind of figured things out.
Yeah.
And that's when my whole train of thought was different. Like, okay, now I'm gonna be the captain of this ship. I'm gonna make things happen. No more waiting. And
it's so powerful.
And it was all thanks to that trip out there. So that Snow Lake and the Alpine Forest in general holds a very special place for me. I thank it, and nature in general is very powerful to just get out there and let it talk to you and let it help you discover yourself.
Absolutely.
So to put that in the video, I thought was very important, and I'm glad that we got to do
Me too.
that hike.
I mean, what was funny is, as you said, we had 1 day to be out there, 1 day to shoot this. So we were up at like 4:30. I'm here at the shop at 6 o'clock, shooting for about an hour, and then we're out an hour and a half on the trail shooting for another 6 hours. Come back, and we shot everything, did the voiceover in 1 day, which was so incredibly fun.
Yeah.
I jumped in the lake too. Stripping now.
Noah has bigger kahunas than I do, that's for damn sure. He's going. Skivvies and all.
How is it, Noah? Initial go was like, that was the shaker, but
Feel good?
yeah, honestly, it's like I take cold showers as it is, so I think it's just not having like a warm environment to come back out to.
Yeah. Wherever you're at right now is about
Yeah.
where you're staying for a while.
Yeah.
At core temp. All right.
When we got there, hiked out to this little like archipelago, is it?
Yeah,
what you call
something.
it?
I don't know what you'd call it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of this little private area that I feel like I discovered. The first time I went there was a sign on a tree that said no camping, and I said, well, that's BS. This is the best spot in the lake. So I ripped that dang sign off now, and it's still gone. So you can camp there now, and you're welcome.
But it was such a blast to be able to hear your story and get your thoughts on, you know, how we wanted this video to come together, because I feel like that's something a lot of brands, when they work with freelancers, you know, there's a bit of a disconnect in trying to figure out what the other person wants and whatnot. So I'm so glad you and I have a close relationship where we can openly talk about ideas and, you know, not get our feelings stepped on or anything, because at the end of the day we just want.
Well, I got lucky that you have the love for nature like I do, to
Absolutely.
where I wasn't asking too much of a chore. Hey man, let me drive you out to the forest. It didn't seem like I had to twist your arm too much. So
No, not at all.
Makes it a lot easier.
I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little hesitant at first, because I'm like, alright, so this is like, I thought we were gonna have to add another day of shooting and whatnot.
How far are we talking here?
Yeah.
It's, 3 mile.
Yeah, and I thought it was gonna be like 12 miles round trip, and it wasn't, thankfully. But even if it was, I still would have said, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and we took enough breaks to where I don't think I busted a sweat. My heart was going pretty good there towards the end, but it's pretty good.
The biggest mistake I made was lugging my laptop, my journals, and like my camera gear with me. And I'm like, halfway through the hike, I was like, oh, I probably could have dumped my laptop and like all my other tech and
Hey,
whatnot.
it's better to have it and not need it, right?
Exactly.
And you got yourself a nice little bath at the end.
Yeah.
Not alone did he just like jump in the water. This is like glacier water in what, September?
September,
That
beginning
lake
of
is gonna be
September.
frozen here in like less than a month.
Exactly.
So
It
props
was
to
fun.
you, man.
It
I've
was
done it
so
one
fun.
time. I don't have it documented, but I think we got it.
Pics or it didn't happen.
Well,
But,
shit.
yeah, so that's Caleb's side of the story. I love working with him, and I gotta, you know, share my love with you guys and whatnot. And if you haven't checked it out, I'm gonna link it up here on the iCard and down there. Be sure to check out his website and all of his socials and whatnot. He's the first brand that ever took me seriously, so he's definitely got a soft spot in my heart and in my work. So almost any project, I'm gonna say absolutely, and I love everything you've built for your brand.
Almost any project?
Well, if you're asking me to hike out to like Florida and in a day, then that might be a maybe.
I don't got time to go there anymore.
Yeah, right? But yeah, so be sure to check them out. Do you have anything you want to showcase to the lovely viewers on what you got working on, or anything you want to announce and whatnot?
My newest tote is pretty cool. Crazy Horse leather.
Yeah.
It's up on the website right now. Let's see if the focus in there.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Crazy Horse leather. I love working with it. It's amazing. It's kind of one of those that you have to touch and see to believe. It's really cool stuff. Anything on my website that you see Crazy Horse, excuse me, it's killer stuff, and I'll probably always work with that.
I can absolutely vouch for this dude's quality and goods, because I'm always rocking my Camp Leather Goods wallet you guys saw in my video, and this keychain that he ever so lovingly gifted to me, which is just so sick. It's better than a traditional carabiner, if you ask me. So,
A little bit of style.
yeah, exactly. Goes with the fit very nicely.
My everyday go-to is one of the first lice packers that I ever made. The stitching's pretty terrible, but you can tell that I've kind of come a long ways. But the wallet has stuck together and aged quite nicely.
So awesome.
And I like to keep it around just because a reminder.
Sentimental, yeah.
A reminder of progress, and
Absolutely.
to kind of show people what it looks like a year and a half later.
That's awesome, dude. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe to Caleb's channel. Be sure to follow him on Instagram. Check out his website with all the sick gear he puts out. And yeah, so I just want to share his side of the story and go a little more behind the scenes on our thought process for this banger video that we put out.
Banging.
Yeah. So be sure to follow me on Instagram at Noah A. Hill _ for my personal, Noah Hill Photography for my photography, and then my podcast, Getting Along Pod. And I will catch up with you guys in the next video. See ya. All right.